So today I'm going to do a silver birch, just to carry on with trees. So a little bit of water on around number 10, and we're going to dip into some grey paint. So this is neat grey paint, but with a lot of water on the brush. This is quite a light grey. It's actually a Cotman silver paint. You can make a grey with a blue and brown. One of my favourites is cobalt blue and burnt sienna. That makes a lovely mid grey. So I'm just getting a nice shape there. I'm going to swap down to a smaller brush, and I've got some Payne's grey. So I've gone into around number 6. And I'm going to come down this side with this grey. Just keep dipping back in. I'm getting that nice strong colour. And a tiny bit on this side. Then I'm going to get my little bit of plastic card. So bank card, loyalty card, anything old that you can chop up into little bits is really useful. So if I indent, I'm going to start to get some dark bits. I am curving very slightly upwards as I'm doing this to create an arched feeling and a curve. So I'm just indenting the paper, and because it's wet, that's going to be going in, that paint's going to run in and create those dark sort of craggy bits that you get on the bark of a silver birch. So you've either got to arch upwards in that motion, like a low N, or downwards like a low U. You don't want to go straight. Once you've got that bit on, then you can take the flat of the card. I tend to cut mine in all different shapes and sizes. And what I want you to do is just scrape across. So you're getting a bit more texture. Sometimes you'll carry the paint through, which works really nicely. And again, I'm scraping in that arch. So I'm moving some of this paint through. Because silver birch are quite light, you can't tend to see it as much as you would on a darker tree. But that scraping does work. It gives such a lovely texture. You've just got to do it in a variety of places. Then I'm going to come back in with my round number 6. It's still really quite damp, and I can add some darker bits with this grey. It doesn't have to be everywhere, but you just want a few little bits. If it's slightly dried in places, then just get a wet brush and just dab in and just touch that paint It'll just move it around a little bit. It's just where I've scraped a little bit, it's gone a bit dry. And then with silver birch you tend to have quite fine branches coming off, so I've picked up a rigger, which is a long thin brush, and I can just come off, resting on my little finger. And pop in a few branches. And I can do a few from the other side. Just try to vary them so they all look a little bit different. Take a little bit further, a little bit more dark down at the bottom here, just to anchor this tree. And then just with a wet brush, just pop this shadow in. And that's anchored that tree down.